Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Destiny, and this is the Wrestling with Destiny podcast, and this is the AEW Dynamite Review Show. IWGP United States Championship match. Jon Moxley versus Yuji Nagata. Probably said that wrong, but who cares? AEW World Tag Team Championship match. SCU versus the Young Bucks. Stipulation: if the Young Bucks win, SCU finished as a tag team. TNT Championship match between Darby Allin and Miro. World title eliminator match. Orange Cassidy versus Pac. Tony Schiavone interviews Jade Cargill. The Pinnacle Coordination and Cody Rhodes Double or Nothing announcement. Also, Ricky Starks, news on him. I will be right back with you after a message from Darby Allin and an intro.
Hey yo, what up? It's Darby Allin, and you need to subscribe and tune into Wrestling with Destiny podcast on YouTube at Mark Destiny for wrestling content and review shows. Tap in or tap out.
Looking for the news, I'm the one you need to see. AEW, NXT, and WWE. In and out the rope so we can keep it in the ring. For the business, I'm like Ray because it turned me to a fiend. I super kicks it to your HBK 9-7. From the same city as Moxley, Cincinnati, where I'm repping. 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, you won't last. You are tuned into the Wrestling with Destiny podcast. Welcome.
To kick off things on AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, the IWGP United States Championship match was Jon Moxley versus Yuji Nagata. I almost called that boy Johnny Moxley. Jon Moxley entered Daly's place to Wild Thing by the Trogs, which I enjoyed that. That was dope. There's a lot of people saying they don't like it. They didn't like that, but I liked it, man. Shout out to Tony Khan for buying this, to be able to do this. Like I think ECW used to do that back in the day. Use actual songs, but this was fire to me. Well, he entered the Wild Things in defense of the United States Championship against Yuji Nagata. Wild was the perfect way to classify the opening moments of this match, as Moxley and Nagata threw stiff forearms before the champion took the fight to the floor, catching the challenger with the knee to the back. Moxley dominated the action, but Nagata caught him with the exploder for a 2 count. He faked the champ out and caught him with the kick, then added another. It remind me of Daniel Bryan a lot. The grizzled veteran threw a forearm at Moxley that incited another physical exchange. The champ dished out a lariat clothesline, and the challenger answered with the avalanche exploder from the top rope. Nagata looked for the armbar, but the champ made it to the ropes to force the break. Nagata rocked him with an enziguri, but Moxley rebounded with the short lariat, which was pretty cool. I think he did it off the bottom rope when he shot back up. He looked for the bulldog headlock, but Nagata survived. He could not kick out of the paradigm shift though, as Moxley successfully retained his title. After the match, Moxley showed Nagata great respect by bowing to him and raising his arm in a tribute. Nagata is very old. He's an old guy. This was a great opener, incredibly physical. It was hard-hitting, strikes from both of them, potentially broken nose for Moxley. It was everything that you would expect in a match between Nagata and Moxley. This had nothing to do with anything with any ongoing storylines, but it was still great to watch and see. I really appreciate this. Above all, it allowed Moxley to showcase a side of himself we haven't always had the opportunity to see Wednesday night on Dynamite. It was a great another example of the forbidden door being kicked. The wrestlers jumping from different promotion to promotion. I like that. It reminds me back in the territory days where people would travel with their championships to different promotions until Vince McMahon bought all the territories up. So this was great to me. I like the way they kicked this off. I really do like Jon Moxley coming out the Wild Things. I don't know why people were not happy with that, but I think it was great, man. Who knows? Who else would come out with some more music that's actually in a song? That would be dope. Like I remember when New Jack used to come out to Natural Born Killers, that was fire. Like a lot of people in ECW into the Sandman. The Sandman came out to that. Rob Van Dam's theme music. You know, that shit was fire, man. So I enjoyed this. You wouldn't think that Jon Moxley would come out to this, though, if he had a song he can choose from. But I guess he really liked this song. And that's okay, man. People like what they like. You don't like it, it is what it is. Opinions are opinions. But tell me what you think about the match and this new theme music. It might just be a one-off. Who knows? Probably just paid for it for the night. But tell me what you think about this in the comments section. I just want to say that Cody Rhodes is fantastic on the mic. His promo segment he had for his huge announcement was great, man. And the way that he was almost like about to crack tears, like talking about his daughter and his name that he's going to use for this match. I'll just get into it. Cody Rhodes made his way to the ring 1 week after a victory over former friend QT Marshall for a special announcement regarding his Double or Nothing plans. He referenced political parties, went on a disjointed rant about America and patriotism, and reminded Anthony Ogogo that he didn't leave his home country to chase the UK dream. At Double or Nothing, he will battle Ogogo, but not as the American Nightmare. Instead, he will embrace the moniker far bigger than he, that of the American Dream. His father, Dusty Rhodes, man, when he mentions that, he almost cracked some tears too. But people were complaining about this too, saying it was too political. I was okay with it. I mean, there's stuff that's going on in the world right now. So why not talk about it? Why not discuss it? It's wrestling, right? You want it to be as real as possible, right? So why not discuss these things? I think it's okay. I'm fine with it. Cody is one of the best talkers in the business. And people thought that he was rambling off times or lacked direction. But I don't think so, man. I think he was just building up to the story of what he was going to talk about. I think he did a good job. I do like him using the American Dream nickname, but I feel like he should use it in if it was a bigger match, like a more of a marquee match. I wouldn't just use it for this match. Like, I mean, yeah, he's from the UK, but there's a whole bunch of wrestlers in the UK, which he mentioned that wrestlers that he fought against in the UK, but I wouldn't use the American Dream name for this match. Like I said, when he lost the match and was no longer able to compete for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, that's when he was going under Cody. So I would just use that and come back like, oh yeah, I can fight for the championship now. Cody, under contract, Cody couldn't, but I am Cody Rhodes. He can say I'm the American Dream Cody Rhodes, whole different name. So I would have used it in a situation like that. Other than this situation, it's just the name is too big for this. Unless he's going to start off by using it in this match and just keep elevating, but I don't like it in this match per se. But you can tell me what you think. Did you enjoy this promo? Are you excited to see him and Ogogo face each other at Double or Nothing? I already knew this was going to happen. I figured it. I talked about it last week, so I knew this was going to happen, so I'm not in shock. I'm okay with this, though. Build new talent. He needs to do that. And if this is a good match between him and Ogogo, maybe this will help Ogogo out. This is going to make him or break him pretty much. So I hope this turns out to be a good thing for Ogogo so they can have more talent, more faces that they can put in the main event spot. So I guess I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm pretty sure it'll be a good match. You know how AEW is at Double or Nothing or any pay-per-view. Even on weekly shows, they go all out. So no pun intended. So I'm looking forward to it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Now, SCU versus the Young Bucks. If SCU loses, they're finished. No more. As a tag team. We all knew coming into this match that the Young Bucks was going to win this because we know they're not taking the championships off of them. So it is what it is. So we knew that SCU would be broken up, and all I wanted to know was what they were going to do with Kazarian after this. But let's get into it. SCU faced a very real possibility, that they were working their last match as a team Wednesday night on TNT as Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian challenged the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Now, Matt and Nick Jackson find themselves on the defense early, but seize control of the match entering a commercial break. Another commercial break. Back from the timeout, SCU regained the upper hand, but the Bucks halted their momentum for a second time, sending Daniels face first into the ring post and busting him open. He was leaking. This was a lot of blood. I mean, a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen this much blood in a wrestling match in a long time, for that matter. Like, it was puddles of blood. And I'm sure he felt crazy in this match. But Kazarian fended off the champions, surviving an onslaught with the Tombstone Power Driver and running knee strike before Daniels somehow made the save. Interference from Doc Gallows at ringside, a cheap shot with the can of cold spray, and Matt mocking the "I'm sorry, I love you" conclusion of the Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair Classic WrestleMania match. But they could not put away the challengers. That was real dope to see that, though. I liked it that. The relentless, unforgiving Young Bucks rocked Daniels with the BTE trigger for the win. Max scoring the fall as Nick cut off the last gasp attempt to break the pin by Kazarian. After the match, cameras cut to backstage, and that's where you see Moxley and Eddie Kingston trashing their locker room, which their locker room was trash already. It wasn't nothing in there, man. It wasn't nothing in there at all, man. That was garbage. Like, I'd be pissed if I got the tag team championships. Kenny got the TNA Impact Championship and the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and my locker room looked like that. Ain't no food in there. I don't even remember seeing a TV or nothing. It was trash. The ending moments of this segment demonstrated a key difference between AEW and WWE. Vince McMahon and company would have let fans invest in the emotional conclusion of SCU. They would have focused on the split, really milked the emotion of it, because at its best, pro wrestling elicits emotion. That is something AEW and its production team will discover as it grows and evolves as a company. As for the match, it was very bit as good as you would expect. It was incredibly dramatic, even as you expected the Bucks to retain. Daniels' bleeding may not have been necessary, but it definitely drummed up sympathy for him and his partner, and more importantly, made the Bucks that much more hateable. And that was the goal. The Bucks have introduced this woefully unlikable side of themselves, and what better way to further escalate the audience disdain for them than by having them bring about the end of a beloved tandem that would serve as pillars of the tag team division. It worked, and the inevitable showdown with Moxley and Kingston at Double or Nothing should be a red hot fight as well. Yeah, I agree. This match was insane, though. I can't believe he bled that much, though. Like, it was just a bunch of false finishes that I didn't like about it. And also, they should have had the crowd clap for Kazarian and Christopher Daniels at the end, saying it was their last match. Like, you would think you would show that emotional backstage or anywhere, but there wasn't none of that. So I guess we'll just have to see, man. AEW World Title Eliminator match to gain number one contendership for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the stakes were never higher for Orange Cassidy and Pac. And Wednesday night, they had to battle in this match. The winner to challenge Kenny Omega for the AEW Heavyweight Championship at Double or Nothing in the main event. Now, Pac broke Cassidy's shades early and freshly squeezed answered with beach break for a quick 2 count. I didn't expect that to happen. A top suicida had the King of Sloth style rolling, entering the break, but the bastard seized control during the timeout. Commercial break, commercial break. Pac tossed Cassidy into the guardrails before rocking his opponent with a pair of missile drop kicks, but could only hold him down for 2. Pac tried for a 3rd, but Cassidy casually rolled out the way, almost as if to taunt his opponent. The bastard delivered a Liger bomb for 2. The crash landing left Cassidy reeling in a need of a reprieve. He trolled to the floor, holding his head as referee Aubrey Edwards checked on him, entering the commercial break. Back from the timeout, Doc Samson checked on Cassidy while Don Canales made his presence felt. The invisible hand taunted the bastard, allowing Kenny Omega to slide into the ring and blast Pac with the AEW title. Edwards counted both men down, the match ending in a no contest. Omega and Canales celebrated the outcome, suggesting Kenny would have the night off on May 30th. Tony Schiavone emerged from the commentary table and revealed that Omega will defend his title against not just Pac, but also Pac and Orange Cassidy in a 3-way match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. It was clear after the Liger bomb that Cassidy was out. He didn't move for much of the rest of the match, and everything after that move felt like an audible on the fly. It is unfortunate too, because Cassidy and Pac were setting up for a hell of a match before that spot and probably would have delivered one of the better dynamite matches in some time, especially in the Revolution 2020 match in Indie Indication. The idea of a 3-way at Double or Nothing is super appealing because it is setting we have not seen the world title defended in often. If at all, Cassidy and Pac already have incredible in-ring chemistry and Omega to that mix, and there is no reason to believe they would not have a legitimate match of the year candidate. That is, if Cassidy is okay. Hopefully he is, because the power bomb looked rough. Yes, Orange Cassidy actually was knocked out. Orange Cassidy was knocked unconscious. Hopefully he gets better, man. It was real rough. He was real red in the face for a lot of this match. That power bomb looked real crucial. They need to be more careful, man. Wrestling is wrestling. You're going to get injured, but don't make this an all week, every week thing. Like, y'all need to be careful, man. I know that a lot of these people are fairly new in the wrestling business, but y'all got to be careful, man. You don't want to get paralyzed, man. You got to be careful. Now, this 3-way match, I'm excited for this because now we get the, I didn't want to see just Orange Cassidy versus Omega. I did last week, I said that, but as time went on, I'm like, nah, man. I don't want to see a bunch of silly stuff. So, and I've already seen Kenny Omega versus Pac. So, with them two both in the match together, it brings a different dynamic. So, I'm okay with that. I'm down to watch it. I can't wait for Double or Nothing. There's going to be a crowd there, so I'm definitely going to be happy about that. But, man, I just hope that Orange Cassidy is okay. Prayers to him. Hope he's all right. But tell me how you feel about this. Are you excited for this 3-way match? Do you think Orange Cassidy is fine? What did you think about that bump he took? It was super nasty. Let me know in the comments. The Pinnacle Coordination. The Pinnacle made their way to the ring for a special coronation, a celebration of sorts, following their victory at Blood and Guts. A braggadocious MJF taunted his fashion success and denied Inner Circle's challenge for a rematch. Tully Blanchard put over the Pinnacle and presented them with expensive watches, just as the celebration seemingly just got weirder and weirder on and gave him an air horn. An air horn interrupted the proceedings. Ortiz, Jake Hager, and Sammy Guevara entered Daly's place in a modified four-wheeler completed with a little bit of the bubbly. Chris Jericho, sporting an arm brace, emerged from the back and issued a challenge to MJF for one last battle. When he denied it, Guevara emerged. No, my bad. When he denied it, y'all, Guevara turned a hose on the group, dozing them in the bubbly. And irate MJF accepted the challenge, this time for a stadium stampede. And if Inner Circle loses, they have to disband forever. Now, this just brought me back to the Attitude Era of Stone Cold spraying them down with the beard. Yeah. They probably should have did something else. But earlier before this, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and my guy Ortiz did a promo trying to challenge them to a rematch, saying that MJF is doing bitch moves, blah blah blah. This was just okay. This was just okay. Maybe it would have been better if they would have did something different other than the beer truck gimmick. But it was just a ripoff. And not a good one. Because that was just something that was so big that because it was like a first time. So I wouldn't have done that. I would have did something different. Like I don't know what I would have done, but it wouldn't have been this. But it's okay. It's okay. This rematch, I don't really know if I want to see that, man. Yeah, y'all did a real good match at Blood and Guts. They should have just left it there. If that was the case, they should have put that match at Double or Nothing instead of showing it on Wednesday. Then if they're going to have another rematch, another match, like, so I don't know, man. I'll watch it. I'm sure it's going to be a good match. But you could have did better. Tell me what you guys think. Are you excited to see a rematch between these guys? Did you think they already did what they had to do at Blood and Guts? I think so, especially how it ended. And people really wasn't feeling that. So I guess they're doing it again just because of that ending. They want to actually close it. But it's closed, man. You lost. So I don't understand why they're having a rematch. But I'll still watch it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. Tell me what you guys think. Jim Ross interviewed Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who was an uber confident in her ability to defeat Hikaru Shida and captured the AEW's Women's Championship at Double or Nothing. Yes, I think she will capture the championship. There's no way she shouldn't. If she don't, they fucked up. Back inside Daly's place, the number 2 ranked Thunder Rosa battled Jasmine Allure in singles competition. The quick squash match concluded with Rosa driving Allure into the mat and scoring the uncontested victory. Rosa remains the number 2 ranked competitor despite cleanly and efficiently defeating the number 1 contender in the match publicized back on St. Patrick's Day. But who's counting or even paying attention to the overall rankings at this point, especially if they fly in the face of creative plans? This was a squash match, nothing more, and served little to no purpose than reminding people that Thunder Rosa is still associated with AEW, no matter how loosely. Even though she's having an NWA match, and if she loses that match at NWA, she will no longer be able to compete for any other promotion. But she's probably going to win that match. Didn't really care for this. It was okay. Tell me what you guys think. Another a glorified squash match. It's fine. I like Thunder Rosa though, but this wasn't it for me. Y'all could have did something else when it came to the women division instead of this squash match, but who knows, man? Whatever floats your boat. Y'all been doing good consistently. Some stuff, neither here nor there, but I'm okay with it, man. I'm sure that Thunder Rosa is going to stay fighting in AEW. When her contract is up in NWA, I'm sure she's going to be in AEW full time. She's probably still going to move around though, but who knows? Hopefully, Thunder Rosa will be a good match for Britt Baker, even though we've already seen it. But them two work together great in the ring, so I'll watch it. I'll watch it. She shouldn't win. That should go to Tay-Conti. But tell me what you guys think. What you guys think about Thunder Rosa in this squash match and her fighting in NWA, and if she loses, she can't fight in any other promotions anymore. Tell me what you think about Britt Baker saying, yeah, she got this in the bag. Think she got in the bag? I think she got in the bag. Let me know in the comments. Now, Darby Allin versus Miro for the TNT Championship. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this, man. I was waiting for it. Miro smelled blood as he entered the arena for his TNT Championship opportunity against Darby Allin and wasted no time punishing the title holder before the bell. The best man launched Allin around the square circle, ragdolling him and punishing the Enigma babyface. Referee Paul Turner confirmed with Allin that he wished to compete in the championship match. He was alert and elusive. He wiggled out of Miro's grip and sent the challenger into the ring post. A released German suplex by Miro on the floor helped him regain momentum ahead of the final break of the night. During the commercial break, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky attacked Sting, taking away Allen's backup and leaving him to fend for himself, which he shouldn't have backup anyway in a one-on-one match. Just them two. Miro continued to toss his opponent around, Allin landing hard on his shoulder. Allin fought back and applied a sleeper, but the right arm damaged in last week's fall down and flight of steps at the hands of Sky and Page prevented him from consistently applying pressure. Allin reapplied the hold on the floor, but Miro sent him crashing spine first into a piece of the Dynamite stage. Miro continued to focus on the shoulder, targeting it and sending it into the turnbuckle, then the ropes. Allin seized an opening and delivered consecutive stunners, then tried for the coffin drop. Miro caught him and tried for a release suplex, only for Allin to escape. He delivered the cold red, but could only keep the challenger down for 2. Miro recovered, down Allin, and applied the accolade for the win and the title. After the match, Page and Sky again attacked Sting. The Dark Order made the save, chasing the heels off. As the show went off the air, Lance Archer entered the arena and stared Miro down. If there was time to take the title from Allin, this was it. There were protections in place stemming from the hellish bump he took down the steps at a 16-match win streak that, if broken, would do wonders for the star who did so. More importantly, Miro was finally hot enough to warrant the title victory. After a clunky start to his AEW career, he finally embraced the dominant badass persona most expected from him earlier and rode it all the way to the second most convenient title in the company. Now, it appears as though a date with the Murder Hawk monster Archer might be on the horizon. Considering Archer has been hanging around the title picture for a while now, almost waiting for a heel to win it so he can swoop in and challenge for the gold, it feels right, even if it results in another big match loss for the former New Japan Pro Wrestling star. As for Sky and Page, constant attacks on Allin and Sting, expect a tag team match come Double or Nothing to pay off their interactions. Now, I think Archer and Miro will be a good match at Double or Nothing. You can book that. Miro should win that match. I don't think Archer's going to win that match. He shouldn't win that match. Miro should have the gold. Now, I knew that Darby Allin was injured, so I knew they were going to take the championship off of him. I think Miro was the perfect person to do that. That's probably why they built him up and made him separate from Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford, because they was going to put that championship around him. And they did a good job. They did the right thing. Miro should have that. He should go through everybody. He should just destroy everybody. That's what he should do. He's rough. He's a big guy in the ring. He's very intimidating. His promos are good too. He the one who should have it. And he's a notable name. People know who he is. So I agree with this move wholeheartedly. 100%. I want to see Miro run through all his opponents, even Archer. I think he should. I think Archer should get some good stuff in, but I think Miro should dominate this match completely. But are you guys happy with this? Are you excited that Miro is finally got championship gold and is finally being serious in AEW and no more play? Because I am. This is great to me, and I'm super happy for him. Congratulations, my guy. Do your thing. Do your thing. Don't go downhill. None of that. Book Miro correctly. Please book Miro correctly. I think you will, but don't fuck this up. AEW been doing great. Don't fuck this up. But tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Now, guys, to close this out, I want to discuss Ricky Starks. Now, last week in his match, I said that he landed crazy on the back of his neck and that he looked like he was injured. Now, they sold the injury to a fake injury, like to his ankle or knee, and I was like, nah, that's not it. The way he landed on the back of his neck and then rolled over and then stood on his feet, I was like, man, that doesn't look good. That bump looked very nasty. So yes, it is confirmed that Ricky Starks will be out for, I think, 3 months because of a fractured neck. He will not need surgery, but his neck has to heal. Now, people have been coming all over the wrestling world. Even Bayley said she agreed with Cody Rhodes that Ricky Stark will be a future AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I believe that as well. Ricky Starks is real good at what he does. Like I said last week, man, that bump was nasty. I was right. I knew something was wrong. I didn't know it would be of that magnitude, but it looked real rough, man. So I'm wishing for a speedy recovery for him. Hopefully he can get back to work soon as possible and he can do what he loves, man. Continue to do what he loves. But guys, I will be back. I had to take a quick break. There's a lot of stuff going on. Need to regain my energy, regain my focus, and I'm back just like that. Now, tell me what you think about this episode of Dynamite. You can leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You can share posts. You can do whatever you want. You guys know what to do. If you want more content from me, you know what to do. Come back. But if not, tap in or tap out.
Hey, the original gangster. And I'm stopping by to tell everybody to check out Wrestling with Destiny podcast on YouTube with Mark Destiny. The original gangster is coming by to tell you, tap in or tap the fuck out. Peace. No.
Looking for the news, I'm the one you need to see. AEW, NXT, and WWE. In and out the rope so we can keep it in the ring. For the business, I'm like Ray because it turned me to a fiend. I super kicks it to your HBK 9-7 from the same city as Moxley, Cincinnati, where I'm repping.